Sometimes a story begins with a very small moment, but it is enough to shake an entire family. Like the day a 72-year-old grandmother burned a pot because she forgot to turn off the stove. Her daughter-in-law panicked, thinking she had dementia, her voice full of worry and blame. "Mom, I think you have it. You're forgetting too many things." The elderly mother stayed silent, head lowered. But when the doctor gently held her hand, she burst into tears like a child. "Doctor, I don't have dementia. I just haven't slept properly for 30 years. In that moment, the truth appeared clearly. She wasn't forgetting because of disease. She wasn't confused because of age. But because 30 years of exhaustion, 30 years of emotional burden, 30 years of silent suffering had pushed her body and mind to collapse. And the most painful part wasn't the burnt pot, but being misunderstood by her own family, being seen as a burden. Her story is a mirror reflecting the hidden struggles of so many older adults. Endless nights without sleep, a tired body and a heavy mind. Small forgetful moments that worry or irritate family members. Feelings buried for years that no one notices. But the good news is, this is not the end. Not dementia, not something hopeless. Just a body and a soul calling for help. In this video, we will uncover the secret that helped this grandmother sleep again after 30 years. And maybe help you or someone you love as well. Before we continue, let me ask you gently, have you ever seen a loved one suffer from insomnia, stress, or misunderstandings like this grandmother? Leave a short comment, so we know none of us are alone in this story. Many people who hear this grandmother's story immediately think of dementia. But the doctor only needed to look at her teary eyes, her cold hands, and her heavy breathing to understand. This wasn't memory loss. It was over 30 years of emotional and nervous exhaustion. For decades, she lived with worries, wounds, and pressures no one ever saw. Days caring for her sick husband, days worrying for her children, days trying her best not to be a burden to anyone. She kept everything inside, like a small jar trying to hold an entire ocean. When the body stays under stress for too long, the brain enters a state of chronic fatigue. Sleep becomes shallow. Memory weakens temporarily. Focus fades. And in just one distracted moment, a burnt pot, everyone rushes to blame it on illness. But what hurt her most wasn't the insomnia, not the forgetfulness. It was the feeling of being misunderstood, judged, and treated as if she was no longer mentally clear. The doctor understood this better than anyone, and he knew that to help her sleep again, the solution wasn't sleeping pills, and not a medical diagnosis, but releasing the deep-rooted stress that had been trapped inside her body. That's why he introduced her to a 6-step therapeutic bathing ritual, a method designed to improve circulation, detox the body, and reopen blocked neural pathways. In the next part, you'll see why following these 6 steps allowed the grandmother to sleep again, as peacefully as a child. In the next part, you'll see why simply following these 6 steps allowed the grandmother to sleep again, as peacefully as a child. After listening to her story, the doctor understood that the root of the problem wasn't her memory. It was a body that had been blocked, a mind that had been exhausted, and a nervous system that had been drained for far too long. What she needed wasn't strong medication or complicated tests, but a way to reopen the energy pathways in her body so it could heal itself again. That's why he introduced her to the 6-step shower therapy, a simple yet incredibly effective method using warmth, water, gentle movements, and massage to awaken circulation, release toxins, calm the nerves, and reopen areas that have been blocked for years. When done in the correct order from step 6-1, the body gradually warms up, pressure releases, the nervous system calms, and natural sleep returns effortlessly without medication. And the miracle is this. A 72-year-old woman slept again after 30 years, just by changing the way she showered each night. Before we start the 6 steps, I want to ask you gently, would you like to try shower therapy tonight and see how your body responds? If yes, comment "I'll try," so we can begin this healing journey together. Step 6. Feet. Awakening the second heart of the body. The feet are the farthest point from the heart, yet they decide far more than we think. Circulation, body temperature, sleep quality, and even the state of the nervous system. For older adults, cold feet mean the whole body is stuck in alert mode, preventing the brain from ever entering true rest. That was exactly the grandmother's condition after 30 years of insomnia. Her feet were ice cold, blood couldn't reach them, and her nervous system was constantly tense. So the first and most important step is to awaken this area. How to do it? During the shower, run warm water directly into the heel hollow for 30 seconds each side. Not the top of the foot, the deep hollow where nerve endings and circulation points gather. Then gently tap with a fist for 30 seconds, soft, just enough to wake it up. If the feet are too cold, soak them in warm water for 10 minutes before the shower. This opens the capillaries and activates the entire circulatory system. After a few days, most people feel their feet warm up, fall asleep faster, and feel less tension. That's why the feet are the mandatory beginning of this 6-step system. Step 5. Underarms. Detoxing the upper body, freeing the shoulders, neck, arms. The underarm seems simple, but medically it's the densest lymphatic region in the body. When stressed, tense, or inactive, this area becomes congested, causing heaviness, numbness, and pain in the shoulders, neck, and arms. The grandmother's shoulders were stiff like stone, not from joints, but from decades of trapped lymphatic and neural toxins. How to do it? Warm water into the underarm hollow for 30 seconds each side. Then massage gently with 4 fingers in circular motions for 30 seconds. Never press hard. Lymph flows with softness. Only 1 minute a day brings quick results. Shoulders feel lighter. Reduced hand numbness. Reduced stress-related tension. Improved deep breathing and sleep. This prepares the body for the central region, the abdomen. Step 4. Abdomen and navel. Activating the body's furnace, improving digestion and mood. Few people realize the navel is the switch for temperature, digestion, and emotional balance. A cold belly leads to slow digestion, emotional instability, and shallow sleep, a common cause of insomnia. The doctor explained that the navel is the body's central heater, especially for older adults. How to do it? Warm hands placed on the navel. Massage clockwise for 1 minute. Move slowly and softly, letting heat sink into the gut. Why clockwise? Because that's the natural direction of intestinal movement. Correct motion improves digestion, reduces bloating, and warms the core. When the belly warms up, the parasympathetic nervous system activates, the system that puts you to sleep. Effects after a few days. Lighter abdomen, easier bowel movements, reduced tightness, warmth rising to chest, neck, and head. This step opens the pathway upward to the ears, scalp, and emotional center. Step 3. Behind the ears, turning off the anxiety radio, clearing head toxins. Behind and below the earlobes lies a forgotten zone where small glands, lymph nodes, and nerve intersections live. When congested, it produces neural waste, headaches, anxiety, insomnia, and even the scent of aging. The doctor called it the anxiety switch. When blocked, the brain feels like a radio playing all night, especially in older adults who can't fall asleep. How to do it? Massage behind the ears and along the hairline. 30 seconds each side, very gentle. Feel the warmth rise behind the head. Patients often say this step instantly clears the fog in their mind. Benefits: reduces chronic headaches, soothes anxiety, improves blood flow to the head, reduces unpleasant odors. This prepares the way for the next step, the scalp. Step 2, scalp, opening blood flow to the brain, restoring temporary memory loss. A dry, tight, non-elastic scalp signals reduced blood flow to the brain. This causes clouded thinking, forgetfulness, poor focus, often mistaken for dementia. In truth, many cases are simply temporary brain undernourishment. How to do it? Warm the head with warm water or residual heat after the shower. Using fingertips, not nails, press, slide, lift the scalp for 1 minute. Massage from forehead, crown, nape, sides. Effects: stronger blood flow to the brain, reduced heavy head feeling, brighter thinking, better memory, more oxygen to the brain, deeper sleep. After a few days, the mental fog lifts and clarity returns. Now the body is ready for the deepest healing step. Step 1. Epigastric region, releasing decades of buried emotional weight. This is the most important step. The epigastric area, between chest and upper abdomen, is the body's emotional storage. Years of pain, pressure, sadness, or silent endurance accumulate here. When touched, the grandmother cried, because this was where 30 years of unspoken suffering lived. How to do it? Place warm hands on the epigastric region. Massage clockwise for 1 minute. With each circle, take a deep breath. Inhale through nose, hold, exhale naturally. Important: if emotions rise, let them. Tears are the body's natural healing mechanism. Effects: reduced chest heaviness and anxiety, deeper breathing, easier sleep, calm nervous system, full body relaxation. This is why it is step 1, the root of healing. After completing the 6-step shower therapy, the body feels like a machine that has finally been oiled after many years. Circulation opens up, the nervous system settles down, and the emotions feel lighter. But to unlock the full power of this method, there is one essential rule: safety, slowness, and listening to your body. The first thing to remember is that every body is different. If you have cardiovascular issues, high or low blood pressure, dizziness, or are recovering from an illness, simply reduce the intensity. Use warm, not hot, water, softer hand movements, and shorter duration. The goal is not to go strong, but to guide the body gently into deep relaxation. Perform the steps in a comfortable environment. A warm bathroom, no cold drafts. Avoid showering right after eating. Avoid showering too late at night. And most importantly, don't rush. All you need is 10 minutes, but 10 minutes where your body is truly allowed to open, breathe, and rest. Pay attention to the signals from your body. If you feel warmth rising, you're on the right track. If your breathing becomes lighter and easier, your body is relaxing. If you feel sleepy right after showering, the method is working. Another wonderful thing, this therapy doesn't just deepen sleep. It also reduces muscle pain, soothes heavy legs, calms anxiety, and improves mild stress-related memory issues. When a 72-year-old grandmother returned to see the doctor after a month, her entire appearance had changed. No more slow, tired steps. No more exhausted eyes from endless sleepless nights. She held the doctor's hand and said, her voice filled with a joy most people cannot imagine, "Doctor, I've stopped taking sleeping pills. Last night, I slept 5 straight hours without waking up once." Her face was bright. Her chest felt light. Her breathing was deep. Her legs were steady. Simply by changing the way she showered, the way she massaged her body, and spending just 1 mindful minute before sleep, her body healed itself after 30 years of being suffocated by insomnia and emotional pressure. This proves one thing: the body is not as weak as we think. It simply needs to be opened the right way, to be heard, to be cared for in the correct order. And this miracle is possible for anyone, not just a grandmother. Before we end the video, I want to ask you something gently. Among the 6 steps of shower therapy, which one do you feel your body needs the most right now? Leave just one comment. Your answer might help someone realize what they've been searching for years.